Good morning everybody, how are we all doing today? Welcome to All Painting My Way. My name's Rob, I hope you're having a great day. Right, this is the first in the sequence of the videos that I previously mentioned. We're going to be doing a series. This is the first one in the sequence to basically show you how to layer the painting, starting basically from the skyline and then gradually working forwards. So this is the number one in the sequence. Watch out for further videos because they do follow on from one another. So this is number one, the skyline. So we'll go straight into it and I hope you enjoy it. What we've done here is we've just put from the top down to around about here. So it's roughly like a third of the canvas. This is a board. This is a 12 by 16 inch artboard, just for demonstration purposes. And what I've done, I've just put some clear gel and a little bit of titanium white, probably 50-50 mix between the two, just between the top of the canvas and about a third of the way down. This will just be for the sky area. This will just make the application a little bit clearer. And what I've actually done at the moment, I've just mixed up a little bit of yellow ochre, a touch of titanium white, and a very speck of naphthol red, just to soften it basically. And what we're going to do, we're just going to start round about here somewhere. This is roughly going to be the horizon line, somewhere along here. And we're just gonna fade it backwards. As I say, it doesn't have to be exact here because we're going to put some distant mountains in here. But I'm pushing fairly firm with this. This is a number 4 filbert brush. It's loaded up quite a lot of paint. Literally, as I say, as you can probably hear, it's fairly firm on the canvas. Probably sort of about there somewhere to start with. Just wipe the tissue out. What I'm actually going to do with the same colour that we've actually got on here, I'm just going to add a touch more titanium white just to soften that down a little bit more. Excuse me while I'm away from the camera. I've just put a touch more titanium white in there. In fact, what I'll do, I'll just put a little bit more in. Okay, so we'll just put a touch more titanium white in there just to soften it even more. You can come down into the previous colour, just soften it, blend it together. We're going to soften all this up afterwards anyway, so don't be too cautious with it at the moment. Just get that paint on the canvas. Probably to about there. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a touch for up here. I'm going to get some probably similar colour to this, but I'm going to probably put a tiny little bit of Prussian blue in just to darken the actual sky at the top end. Let's just see what we got here. Oh, it's not too bad. As I say, it's just literally in the same colour that we got here. I've literally just added a little bit of Prussian blue. This is going to form the sky. Let's go across the top. I've just put a speck of naphthol red in there. As you can probably see, it's just changed the value slightly. Again, I'll just come across with this. And just remember, as I say, this is all going to be blended together, so don't worry too much if you get little openings appearing, because you get that in the sky anyway. Just be careful when you get down to this, because it will start to change, possibly to a greeny colour, very light, because I did put a touch of red in which will diffuse the colour from changing to green. We'll just go over this very gently, and then we get lighter with the brush. Just really sort of rub it and scrub it into the canvas, and then just below, what we're going to do, just very gently, literally just resting the brush on the canvas. Just getting a little bit of that colour into the lighter value. Don't worry about the dark patches. It doesn't have to be completely even, as I said, because this is a sky, and you do get uneven skies, light patches with dark patches. So just soften that edge. What you're going to do is just wipe the brush out. Just going to get a little bit more Prussian blue. Neat Prussian blue on its own, just to go into the corners. Just want to darken up the corners slightly, because it helps draw the image into the center of the perspective when you're actually viewing it. Just slightly, it doesn't have to be a lot. Maybe a touch more, yeah. Right, what I'm actually going to do now, I'm just going to get a blending brush. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay, I've actually got this little soft blending brush here. I'm just going to very gently go over the whole sky. Little hair there. Just very gently soften this up. In fact, what I might actually do, get a bit more of a firmer brush. Got a larger number 10 flat brush there. I'm just going to literally just to soften those colours into one another. So pressing fairly firmly. Just softening the sky up. Backwards and forwards. Actually, just use the soft brush again, just to diffuse. Basically, that's going to be it roughly for this sky. Nothing too dramatic, it's just a soft evening sort of, we should say an evening sort of sunset, but just a nice soft sky. So that's going to be basically ideal for what this picture is actually going to be. So just say, just gently brush out any brush marks, just blend it together so it's nice and soft. And there we go. There's the sky.